So welcome back to the channel, folks. I wanted to share my experiences of Chrono Trigger on the Steam Deck. And believe it or not, this was the very, very first time I've ever actually played this game at all. The 1995 JRPG classic. And I've been told so many times to just get up and play it. Being honest, I'm not a massive JRPG fan. Like, my favorite JRPG is, yeah, you predicted, Final Fantasy VII, the original. But I've never been a hardcore JRPG fan, so it was a bit of a daunting aspect to say, well, oh, you gotta play Chrono Trigger when I'm not really that invested in the genre, other than a select few titles. Another way to think about this is I have no nostalgia goggles for Chrono Trigger, so, you know, you're also going into it that the fact is it's an SNES 16-bit game. The only real other experience I have of maybe going back and discovering a classic game, you know, without having that nostalgia behind it was, of course, Super Metroid, because I only played that a decade ago. I went into it knowing nothing. And in the end, it happened to be one of the most atmospheric, brilliantly designed games that holds up so well. So, surprised to me to find that there was actually another one on the system, and it happened to be Chrono Trigger. It's probably one of the best games I've played this quarter of the year, easily, and I'm very, very surprised with that. I think my favorite aspect of Chrono Trigger is its game length, first and foremost. For a JRPG, it can be beaten in 25-30 hours max. Brilliant. I absolutely love that idea, but it's about replayability, so you can go back and play this. I've been told I've only got the basic ending. There's multiple endings. There's New Game Plus. There's all the other characters that you can get invested in, and of course level up. I actually love the battle system in itself. It eliminates one of the other issues I have with JRPGs, and that's excessive grinding. There was literally only one part of the game where I had to grind, and that was just preparing for the last boss. The other design aspect I really love about Chrono Trigger is the fact is it's not those random battles that you get in Final Fantasy VII where the screen just starts spinning and you never know because you get into those random or RNG scenarios. You see the battles in front of you on the screen as you move around. You're literally approaching them and you can prepare before you actually hit those fights, or you can just walk around them. Now, there are some fights that you have to complete. They're story-driven aspects and there'll be boss battles in particular, but overall, though, I just love that idea that you have the choice of when you want to approach the battle, or if you want to avoid the battle, you can. When you're walking around the world map too, you don't get into those random battles either. It just allows you to free move and travel around. Great. I just love that idea. I wish more JRPGs would do that. The other two, I suppose, key standout features for me are the story and the soundtrack. The story is brilliant, and as I mentioned earlier, there's multiple endings. I think I have to complete another couple of side quests to get one of the best endings, and it also depends on what you do by choice, because this is a game about time traveling, of course, and there's certain things that I just missed or just didn't do, or I answered some questions incorrectly. Not to get into the heavy detail of it, but I suppose I love that idea, and it just adds to the layer of replayability to the game, not only from a gameplay perspective but a story perspective. And lastly, the soundtrack, absolutely exquisite. I thought Final Fantasy VII had the best soundtrack in a JRPG. Chrono Trigger challenges at that, and in particular the boss battle music and the battle music in general. I can't get those tunes out of my head at the moment, but yes, that's me sharing some quick thoughts on Chrono Trigger. I want to know what you guys think. Have you played the game? Have you not played the game? Are you thinking about playing the game? I think if you're a fan of games in general and not just a JRPG fan, you owe it yourself to play this game at least once in your lifetime, and I'm so glad I finally did it. Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching.